areas.
Yeah,
The two companies have like a direct pipeline to give and transport materials like water or oil or
correct.
something.
So pipeline procurement is that it's like there is a pipe connected from the my location to vendor location, okay, or from vendor location to my location. So when there is a continuous flow of the material which is going, it is flowing in the pipe with pipe. So whenever it is required, I'm just to withdraw the stock from the pipe, okay, based on the readings of the meters and based on the what we withdraw the stock based on the liters and how it is like, we will be paying the amount to the vendor. So if you see that vendor consignment stock, vendor consignment is nothing but like a it is they are keeping the stock in my premises. Whenever it is required, I'm just to withdraw the stock. So the same way here also, it is also one of the pipeline special procurement process. Okay, so in this case, what will be happen? The stock which is not with you in your location because it is a continuous pipe. When it is required, you are just to withdraw the stock. So example, if you see that water, okay. So what will be happen? Water, okay, there is a continuous pipes which is connected from the municipality from tankers to your location, and there in the when you are utilizing the water, the system will be the reading will be calculated. So as per your consumption of the water, you are paying the amount. Little like in the power also, same power also it is reading like how much you utilized, how much you consumed. Like in gas also, the same. If there is any gas pipes are there, that is also the same. So the same process here. Pipeline is there is no stock available in your location, but this is continuously flowing with the pipes. When it is required, you consuming the stock. You are just consuming that to what it is required. Okay. Other than this one, here there is no purchase order because you are not ordering any specific quantity because it is already flowing the stock. So there is no need to be order anything and no need to be received a stock as well because it is already flowing. So when it is required, you just consuming that you are withdrawing the stock. So in this case, there is no PO, no GR. Okay, only it is a goods issued to the cost center to whom it is required the consumption which you happening. That consumption entry will be happen. Okay, based on the consumption entry, what how much you consumed, maybe 10 liters, 20 liters, 30 liters, that you are paying to uh, vendor with the automatic settlement. Clear? Okay. So in this process, okay, metal master record is required with what is the required material type is pipeline. Okay. So you must be create the pipeline material. Okay. So pipeline material is like PIP. Okay. It should be pipeline material. Okay. You can create a pipeline material and you can enter that what material you want to be create. Okay. Then in this case, if you see that there is no store location data because I'm not storing this stock in the my location, so it is not necessary to maintain the it is not required to maintain the plan data and store location. So purchasing data why we are maintaining because we need to be have the conditions, purchasing conditions and terms and conditions, payment terms and all that. In this case, purchasing is required because you are procuring the material and the accounting data because we need to be paid amount to the vendor, so settlement and all will be happen from the accounting data and the basic data is the normal information. Okay, so I'm just creating that pipeline material. Okay, and entering that. Okay, I'm just saying that my material is water. Okay, then I'm just calculating with letters. Okay, and it may be just some group which is like liquid group or it may be something group it is we can create. Okay, so uh, if you want to be create your own group also you can create, no problem. Okay, then purchasing data, if anything which is like terms and conditions, anything which is required all. Okay, so you can enter. Okay, then accounting data, which is what accounting entries and all it is you can create. Okay, so I just created the pipeline material. This is the pipeline material. Okay, so the master data pipeline material should be created with pipe material type is pipeline. Okay, So this is the material which is created. Any doubts in this process? Pipeline. Okay, pipeline material, pipeline procurement. In this pipeline procurement, what will be happen? Material master needs to be created. Material master record needs to be created for material, which is like pipe material type. Okay, which using the material type is pipe. Okay, then the second thing is the second step which is required info record. Okay, so has if you see that vendor consumption process, we say that info record is mandatory. Why it is required? Because in info record we are maintaining the price information, tax information, other information. So the same way here also we need to be create a pipeline info record that is for the info categories. What is info category here? Pipeline. Okay, so pipeline info category, then you need to be maintain the price and tax. This is the must and should. Okay, so what is the tax transaction code to create the info record? ME11. So I'll be go to ME11 and creating that info record for the pipeline material with the info category is pipeline, because I'm just planning to do the process for the pipeline process, and there is a separate info record for pipeline. Okay, it is disconnected or what? Check. Okay, now I'll be creating the info record ME11. So using ME11, okay, so who is my vendor? Let's say 1000 is my vendor, or maybe I can go some other vendors as well, no problem. Okay, and what is the material? Which is the material we created? Class 4 MM03. We can see the material number here. Okay, so what's the material number here created today? Go to display and 1100, and the material description is water. So okay, so this is the material which I created. So the material number is, this is the material number which I created. Then a purchase organization and the plant, that is the then there is an info category pipeline. So the pipeline info category is mandatory. Okay. Then you can enter where the information it is required, what is the information it is required, you can create. Okay, then price information it is required and tax information which is required. Okay. Okay, clear? So now purchase info record which is created with pipeline category P. Okay, is it audible?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it audible? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the pipeline material which is created, you can see the info record number and you can see the category is pipeline category. Okay, now has I informed that there is no PO, okay, no GR. Okay, so only goods issue. Okay, so whenever it is required, you need to be use special stock indicator P. Okay, so you must be use the special stock indicator P. So did you remember that for vendor consummate, what is the special stock indicator? For vendor consummate, what? Okay, so here in this case, it is a pipeline, pipe P. Okay, so 201 P. So for cost center issue, it is a 201 movement type. So 201 P. Okay, we can use. Okay, so now I'll be go to MIGO and goods issue and others and 201 P. Okay, now I'll be entering the material. What is the material number here? This is the material number and how much you want to be consumed. Suppose 10 liters. Okay, then which you can see here, there is no store location because it is not coming to my location. It is there is a continuous pipeline. It is there. I'm just withdrawing, so it is not locating into my location. Okay, so now which vendor and other details you can enter here. Okay, so that's all. So any questions here? Okay, you can consume the stock and you can enter the cost center to whom it is requested, who will be the requesting this one. You can enter and you can post. So that means the consumption will be the 10 liters of water is consumed today. Okay, 10 liters of consumption which is done. Consider 10 liters of water which is consumed. Okay, so now I need to settle this amount using the which transaction code will be go for the vendor consumption settlement.
When MRKO.
MRKO. So here also pipeline is MRKO. Okay. So both it is a sequential consignment and pipeline, both it is sequence. So that is what this process is special design for the pipeline and consignment settlement. Okay. You can see here. You can enter the posting date, what posting date it is like today date you can enter. Okay. Then you can enter that material number if you have a material number. Okay, other details you can enter. And first you can go display, check that whether it is capturing or not. Okay, so it is capturing 10, 10 liters of the water and amount is 10,000 rupees. Now I'll be settling this amount. Go to settlement and the settlement will be happen automatically. Okay, so with tax information, all these things, this is settled. Clear? So this is the way whenever you need, you can consume and you can pay. Okay, either it is not necessary only for the cost center. You can do for the production orders also. Okay, so where you can consume and you can pay. So it depends on the process, depends on the your reference. It will be a different moment type. Okay, so suppose I'm just going with the production order, then I can use 261p. Okay, so like you can use depends on the process. They can use the movement type 261, 201, 231. Like we have so many movement types are there. You can use that movement type. Clear? You can see here 201 cost center. Okay, 221 project related, 231 sales order, and 241 asset, 251 it is sales from consignment to store. Okay, 261 for the orders, production orders. Okay, so like you can use 281 network. So like you can use this moment type. Okay, for consumption purpose. Okay, any questions here? Any questions here?
No, sir.
Okay, so what about Ishan? And so there Ishan?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so it is understand, right?
The pipe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go to the next process. Okay, which is like evaluator receipt settlement (ERS). Evaluator receipt settlement. Okay. So what is the meaning of the evaluator receipt settlement? Did you remember that we initially we discussed about that? What is the concept of ERS?
No, I don't remember this one, but is it when this is a wild guess. I don't know what it is, but is it when like there's a dispute between the cost vendor and the customer with billing?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Evaluated receipt settlement is nothing but like it is completely vendor concept. So what it is that okay, there is a good relationship. There is a good relationship between the company and the vendor. So vendor or company they requested that okay. Once we receive the stock or once I receive the stock, okay. So don't wait for the invoice. Okay. So no need any verification on the invoice. You can settle the amount immediately based on the what you received. Okay, so evaluated receipt settlement. That means okay, we are whatever we receive the goods, we are just evaluating that and we are paying the amount without verifying the invoice. Okay, so here we will not be receiving any invoice. So the vendor is happy when okay, vendor is happy or vendor is agreed that okay, no need to be verify invoice anything because there is no changes on the price or there is no anything in the conflict on the invoice. So you can settle the amount based on your calculation, based on the PO price and the GR quantity. Okay, you can settle the amount. So okay, so that we can avoid the delay on the invoice verifications. Okay, so in this process, what is exactly, we don't have any invoice. We are not receiving any invoice from the vendor. Okay, it will be automatically clearing the invoices. Okay, based on the calculation of the GR quantity, how much we have received, and based on the PO price, which is agreed. Okay, clear? Is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Like it's automatic
Automatic settlement.
settlement. So
Okay.
even system itself run
Calculating that,
the
yeah,
job.
system itself, it is calculating job we can do. That background job and all, it is our responsibility. We need to be tell that, okay, every day you need to be run, or every week you have to run. How you are planning to settle that? That is again depends on the our company, how they are planning to that. But other than that, we have feasibility, like you can settle it automatically. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So in this case, what it is required? Okay. So first thing is in the vendor master record. Okay, you must be agreed. The vendor should be agreed that, okay, automatic ERS settlement is okay for me. Okay, so this vendor is agreeing that, can I go ahead for the automatic ERS settlements? Okay, that means without verifying the invoice and anything. Okay, so the main reason why the vendors are accepting ERS, why they are accepting ERS, the main reason.
Good relationship between the
No,
company and vendor.
relationship is okay. Okay, but what is the main reason uh, why vendor is accepting to do ERS? They are accepting for ERS because there is no delay on the invoices. Because once vendor is sending the invoice and verifying that, again, maybe if there is any corrections which is required, I'm sending back to the vendor. This invoice is wrong. I cannot proceed for this one. I cannot process that. Again he is correcting and he is coming back, and again I'm just processing that. Okay, now again it will be releasing from the my superior, and okay, then it will be going to the payments process. So this will be take long time, right? So what will be happen in this case? In this case, what will be happen, since there is no invoice check? Okay, so always the system will be validating the properly with the GR quantity and PO price. There is no conflict. Okay, so no need to be wait. They can immediately pay the amount. So on the spot, they can pay immediately to the vendor. They can process for the payments. Right? Clear?
Yeah.
Clear.
So in the vendor master record, you must be put like automatic ERS settlements for the processing and the reversal as well. Both you have to be settled. Then the second thing is info record. You should not select that. You should not select no ERS checkbox. There is a no ERS checkbox is there. You should not select that. Okay. Other than this one, the price and tax code information is required because we don't have invoice manually creation of the invoice here. So I cannot enter the tax information if it is not there in the PO or info recorder, then it is very difficult. So in the ERS process, tax code and price information is mandatory. Okay. So sometimes what will be happen, I can create the PO without tax code also. Later I can decide that when you are paying the invoice, when you are verifying the invoice, you can enter the input tax code how much it is there. But this case there is no invoice, so the tax information must be entered at the time of PO creation or at the time of info record creation. Okay, clear? Then in the purchase order, okay, so purchase order, there is a ERS checkbox must be selected. Okay, it should be there because already vendor master record we are already selected, it will come automatically. So you just verify that, and tax information, tax code is mandatory, and price information is mandatory. Okay. Okay, then what will be happen once the MIGO is done, GR is completed. Okay, then the system based on GR quantity and the PO price, so you can settle the automatically the ERS with the transaction of MRRL. So here what will be happen, the system will validate it. System okay, will check GR quantity and PO price and tax information, then processing for automatic settlement. Okay, so what is the GR quantity checking? Why it is GR checking? Because pending GRs also it will check based on your imports. The system will check the PR GR quantities also. That means pending GR quantities is nothing but like you received yesterday 10 and you are today 20 and day before yesterday 30. So this 3 you didn't process that. That means the system will be processing that for settlement. Okay, clear? Is it clear?
Sir, can you repeat, sir?
Okay, so system will checking that the GR quantity as of now how many quantity which you received. That means today, if suppose you received 10 pieces, yesterday you received 20 pieces. Okay, the system will be validating that whether settlement is done or not. If it is not done settlement, then it will be added in the GR quantity and it will be display. Okay, as per this yesterday, today, and day before yesterday GR quantity, the system is processing the settlement. Okay,
Okay.
if it is not
Okay.
settlement, if the settlement is not happened, if settlement is already happened, then the system will not be considered. Okay, so I'll just give you an example. Okay, yesterday, okay, suppose let's say on 05, okay, 06 2023, you received 2 liters of milk. Okay, and 06 2023, you are received 3 liters of milk. Okay, then 07 06 2023, you already received 4 liters of milk. Okay, now 08 06 2023, you received 3 liters of milk. Okay, so I already settled the amount for these 5 liters here. Okay, now I'm running that automatic settlement. If I'm running the automatic settlement, okay, so what will be happen? The settlement will be raised for 4 plus 3. That means it is for 7 liters, not for the above 2 plus 3. Right? Only for these two it will be raised. Right? Because this settlement is already completed. Clear? Is that clear or not
Yes,
clear?
yes.
Yeah, clear.
Okay. So what is the pending quantities we have to be settled, that it will be processing. Okay. Now let's go to vendor master record XK01. Okay. And I'm entering the vendor number, which vendor you want to be maintained, or if you want to be create your own vendor, you can create, no problem. Okay. So I will be go to vendor master record 1000 and I'll be go to purchasing data. There you need to be must be selected that automatic evaluator GR settlement. These 2 checkbox are required. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm just saving this one. Let's go to info record. Let's go to info record. What is the transaction code for info record? Info record transaction code
M11.
ME11. Right. So I'll be creating that. Let me check that. If already there is info record number, it is there, you need to be validated because this is already using the material number, right? So I can go to ME12. Okay, then I'll just enter that material number and I will be go for some other material. Okay, I don't need to be go for the pipeline material. Okay, I'm just going this material and purchase organization, and this is the standard. Okay, standard procedure. Okay, then enter, then you can see that there is a no ERS checkbox either. So you should not select this one. If you selected, then the system will not accept to process any automatic settlement. Okay, you should not select the no ERS, and you can enter the tax information and price information, and we also must be selected GR based revenue because as per the GR quantity we are processing the invoice. Okay, it must be GR based revenue. Clear?
Yeah.
Any questions? Any questions here?
No.
Okay, so you done you completed that vendor must record changes. Okay, and you must info record also you done. Okay, so GR based review also it is required. Okay, then you must be create a purchase order.
Sir.
Ram, any questions here?
The info record, no ERS and price and tax code, everything.
Yeah. So in info record, okay, no ERS checkbox. It should not be selected. Okay, no. What do you mean by no ERS? That means you are not planning for any automatic settlement. If you are selected that, that means you are not planning for any automatic settlement. If you are not selected, then that will be that system will be processing for the automatic settlement. Okay, because the vendor master record you are already selected the automatic settlements. Okay, and the second which is a GR based levy, which because we are receiving the stock, based on the stock only we are verifying, the system automatically verifying and processing that. And tax information because here it is required and the price will be required. Okay, in case if you miss it here tax information, there is no problem because you have the PO, you can enter still the tax record, tax code in the PO. Okay, clear?
We should enter tax code.
So you can enter here info record. Okay, in case if you don't know what is the tax code here, you can enter at the time of PO. Okay, because PO also we have option to enter the tax code. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm not saying that here it's mandatory. Okay, it is optional. If you have the information, you can enter here, or else you can enter at the time of PO creation because we still have the option. If you are not entered in at the time of PO, okay, then what will be happen? What will be happen? There
It
is
will
no
throw
invoice,
error.
right? Yeah, it will. There is no invoice, right? So obviously tax code is very mandatory. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'll be creating the PO ME21N. Okay, I'm just entering the vendor number. Okay, and purchase organization, purchasing group, company code, and other information what it is required. All this information is common. It is all it is common. Okay, how much quantity is like. Okay, all information which is required I've just created. Okay, now see. Okay, so now you can see that in the PO when you creating the PO itself, you can see that in the invoice tab there is a ERS checkbox. It is there. Okay, you can see at the time of creation of PO itself, you can see the ERS checkbox is there. Okay, in case, okay, suppose I'm just creating again one more. Okay, in case if I missed out, if I missed to enter the tax code, what will be happen? Okay, I'm just removing this one. Suppose let's say I'm just removing that one. Okay, then I just start. The system will give that. Okay, now evaluated receipt settlement. Please enter the tax code because there is no option for the entering the tax code next time. Okay, because you are doing the automatic settlement, so you are not entering anywhere manual invoice. Okay, it must be you need to be enter the tax code. Clear? Is it clear?
Clear.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you can, and you must be see that you must be validate whether ERS checkbox it is there or JRPS it is there. You must be checked that. Okay. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. So now I created the PO. Created the PO. Now you can release the PO. You can release the PO for which transaction code you are releasing?
ME20.
ME29N. Okay, so you are releasing there and all the levels you are releasing. Okay. Now, what is the next step? In this process, what is the next step? MIGO, GR quantity, right? So MIGO, go to MIGO, how much quantity you are receiving, you just need to be entered. Suppose today I received only partial quantity, then system will be processed only for the partial quantity, not for full quantity. Okay, because GR based levy it is activated. Okay, so you can see here material how much it is 100 pieces. Now suppose I just received only 20, then I can enter the only 20 pieces and which store location you want to be captured. All this information you can see. Okay, So now what I'm doing now, I'm just receiving only 20 pieces. Okay, instead of 100 pieces, I'm receiving only 20 pieces today. Okay, any questions here? Any questions here?
No.
No.
Okay, now enter that. It is giving that message like, okay, you order 100 pieces, now still 80 pieces are pending. Okay, that's okay. I just received only partial. Then post. Okay, so what will be happen here? What will be happen here? So only we received now. We don't need to be create any invoice, vendor invoice. Manually, vendor invoice is not required here because the concept itself, it is a ERS, is automatic settlement. Okay, so I will go directly MRRL. MRRL. Okay, there you can you can enter the posting date or GR document number. Okay, what you have that information you can enter. Okay, so now I can have the what information I have. Let's go to MIGO and go to display. Then I can see that there is a material document number which is posted today, 20 pieces. Now this 20 pieces I'm doing the settlement. Okay, okay, clear. So first I can go with text run. Okay, execute. Then I can see that whether this is appearing or not. So this is the PO, right? My PO is the same PO or different PO? 483, the same PO, right? So still the settlement is not happened. Okay. Now I'll remove the text run and I'll be running here. Then the system will be automatically clearing the evaluated receipt settlement. It will be clearing that, and we need to pay the amount 22,000 rupees to vendor. And you can see that GRIR clearing done, and the input tax code also it's clear. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Any questions here? Nothing here. There is. It's generally how we are doing the P2P cycle, the same process only, but we are skipping that invoice. Instead of invoice, we are processing the automatic settlement. So in the real time, what will be happen? In the real time, what will be happen? I don't need to be run every day. Okay. What I can do? I can generate the background job. Okay. So I can create one background job. Okay, define one background job for this program, and when evening or maybe night, the system will run automatically this program. Whatever it is pending, it is there, it will be cleared. So today, suppose I just received of 20 pieces, 10 pieces, 30 pieces, like totally 20 plus 10 plus 30, it is 60 pieces. That 60 pieces will be cleared.
Okay.
Okay, so on the day
Okay.
when it might be it's your wish. If you want to be run every 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depends on the job. What importance of the job, you must be run.
Okay. So is there a way that we can cancel that once this is manually we need to cancel that invoice?
Yeah, you need
Okay,
to
okay.
cancel the manual. Okay,
Okay.
clear?
Yeah, clear.
So how many you people know about the background job creation?
I did already, but I want a clear picture again.
Okay.
In
Okay.
SM36, we'll schedule the background
Yes.
job.
Okay. Okay. So I'll
And
just
we
show
will
you.
see in SM36. Yeah.
I'll just show you that background job how to do. So
Mm.
let's do one thing. I will just creating the MIGO. Okay,
Mm.
and I will do 2 to 3 GRs how it will be happen. Okay, so I will just receiving that pieces like 30 pieces, 20 pieces like that. I'm receiving 20 pieces now. Okay, and enter the store location. Okay, check and post. Still 50, 60 quantity it is pending. Okay, so now one it is still pending. I need to be clear the invoice. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'll be go MRRL. Okay, I'm go to MRRL. First, I need to take the program name. Okay, so before going to program name, you need to be create a variant first. Okay, variant it is required. So what is the variant is? So you are giving suggestion to system how to run that. So based on the date you are planning, or based on the document number you are planning, based on the PO number you will be planning, because it is running every day. You don't know what PO number it is. Tomorrow maybe it is you are creating different PO. Day after tomorrow you are creating different PO. So you cannot depend on the PO number or GR number, because every time there is the number will be generated new. So in that case, I cannot take the PO number, I cannot take the GR document number. Okay, so but I can take the date. So I'm just requesting to system take the today date, take the today date and run that. Okay, so what I can create, I can save. So I just need to run the actual without a test run, and I'm just giving that posting date, which is today date. Okay, and other details like vendor and this is common, there is no change here. Okay, then I'll be saving here. First I'm creating the variant. Okay, so save the variant, then create that. Okay, settlement. Okay, like ERS settlement. I'm just creating the variant ERS settlement, or maybe I'm just putting ERS set and ERS settlement for 1000 company code or 1000 vendor. Okay, so you can maybe you can create like ERS underscore 1000. Okay, to understand purpose. Okay, so 1000 vendor we are settling the ERS. Okay, now you can ask, sir, you are given today date, right? How the system knows that every day how it is taking the current date? So you need to be select here the option, like here there is option you can select that current date. Okay, so the name of the variable and the selection variable you have to be take that dynamic date calculation. So it is a local date or system date, how we want to be calculated. Based on that you want to be here. So I'm just going to dynamic date calculation. Okay, the dynamic calculation I'm just taking that, and I'm just giving that current date. What is the system date? It is there, it will be there. Okay, that means the system when it is planning to run this variant, okay, it is checking that on current date. That means today date. Okay, if it is running tomorrow, then tomorrow date will take. After 10 days, if it is taking, then at 10 days date, after 10 days date, it will be taken. Clear? Okay, now my variant is created. Okay, now let me go with the check the program name. So you need to check the program first. Go to system in the top menu and go to status. Okay, in this status, you can see the program name. Wait, it will be running. Okay, so you can see here, this is the program name. Okay, this is the program. You just need to copy this program name. Okay, then go to SM36. Okay, I'm going to SM36 again. Okay, SM36, I'm going to that. Okay, you can give job name for understanding purpose. Like I'm just giving the jet underscore ERS underscore 1000. Okay, some job name I'm creating. Okay, then click on step. Then enter the program name here. What is the program name? This is my program name. And you created that variant. Which variant it is created? Jet ERS underscore 1000. Okay, so I'm saving this one. That means when I'm running the job, okay, the system will be checking that this program it is running and with the variant is this variant. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Clear? Okay, and spool list receipt also you can enter that. Okay, so who is the recipient, to whom the message needs to be get, to whom the copy, that also you can enter here. Okay, you can create that. Maybe if I need to get the copyright confirmations, I can give them my spool request number, my address number, email ID or something which I can do. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'll just creating the condition here. Okay, start condition, and you want to be generate immediately. Immediately is nothing but like a one time only it will be generated. Okay, or date when exactly you want to be planned. Okay, and if you're planning for the, okay, I'm just selected immediately, but also I need periodic. Periodic means every day I just need to be run. Every day this time I just need to be run. So the system will be running automatically every day. You can just give the period values. Is it hourly, every 1 hour, to every day, every week, every month, every year, like you can plan. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, then you can save, and the system every day to check. and it will be saved. You can save this one.
Okay.
Is somebody talking? I'm not hearing. Is it Ram?
Yeah, sorry, I can hear.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the way we will be creating the background job. It is not only for the ERS, any program, any process. If the system, if the client is asking to run the job, this is the process. You need to be find the program. You need to be create a variant, assign that variant, and how the client requesting every 1 hour they want to be run, every 2 hours. Sometimes you need to be advised that. Okay, based on the program. Okay, clear?
Yeah. So, how to see that whether what are the programs are run?
I'll
Is
show
it
you.
running correctly?
Yeah, I will show you.
Yeah.
Once it is created, I will show you.
Oh, it's not.
Not yet created. It is saving.
Oh, okay, okay.
So in the real time, this is very important background job. So most of the requirements will get in the background jobs also. Most of the 90% of the jobs will be running the night shift. Okay. If
Yeah,
you are working for
some
Europe,
did failed.
yeah, uh, because at a time if you running 10 programs, 20 programs, what will happen? Okay, maybe the system will be perform very slow. Then regular transaction it is not possible. So when you are doing, if you are working for Europe, then might be you can plan at around night to 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, early morning 9 o'clock, like you can plan. When there is a their timing shift is night shift, their working hours are closed. When there is a no traffic on the system. Okay. So let's go to next section. So once it is created SM36, what you can go to SM37.
Hmm.
Okay, enter your job name. Okay, so if you get underscore ERS something which you created but you are not aware about that, then you can put the star and you can give your user ID and you can give the scheduled. That means anything which you planned.
Hmm.
Okay, that it will be displayed. Okay, so get underscore ERS or something. Go to get star. Okay, and dates I will be give that on tomorrow all today. Okay.
So, if you are not sure about the username, also we can put star, right?
You can put the star as well, no problem. It's still not created job because it is still running, right? So once
Okay.
it is not created still. Okay, but generally you can put like star, that star, and you put like the dates and schedule what it is happening. Then you can execute that. Then if anything which is created, then system will display here. You can select here, and you can see the spores which is generated or not. Or you can double click on this one, go to step. You can see the program names, what it is running, and what it is like. Again inside go, and you can see the display. Then you can see program and variant name.
Okay.
Okay, who is running and who is not. Clear?
Yeah.
But it is still running. Okay, but once it is running, then the system automatically will be clear all the invoices.
Okay.
So the first time it is running, right? It will be take time. In this system, they are running first time. So any questions on this one? Ram,
No.
Ishan, did you understand that what is the background job?
Yeah.
Sure. Are you sure? What is the meaning of the background job? So background job is nothing but like instead of I'm manually running, I'm requesting to system to run automatically based on the parameters. Okay. So every time when there is this kind of the automatic settlements are there, I don't need to be run manually. Okay. I can request the system to perform that automatically background job. Okay. Then when that time and date when you fix it that on that time and on that date, the system automatically running the program.
So we don't have to manually do it if it's like recurring or something.
clearing the
background.
payment. Sorry, come again.
The background is automatic for when it's recurring, right?
Yeah, automatic clearance, automatic running. Okay.
Okay.
So if you see that vendor consignment payment, pipeline settlements, consignment settlements, okay, these I can run background jobs. I don't need to be run manually because the system automatically capturing all the information and calculating that. In that case, I can go with the background job or report. So every day my supervisor is required a report how many purchase orders which is created. There also I can create a background job. I can put that okay the user ID and to whom the report need to be generated. Then automatically the report will be generated to the superior. So the superior can see that okay I got a mail. Okay, I can see that today 10 purchase orders which is created. Okay, it's not only for the settlement. It is also can process for the reports. Okay, so 90% they are running in the reports, they are settlements and transportation, so automatically transports from the development to quality system. Okay, so there is no intervention required here, no approvals required in this case. They can run automatically from the background job. Their system automatically transporting from one system to other system, the transporters. Okay, clear? I don't know why it is taking a long time. Somewhere it is stuck or don't know. It's not stuck anywhere. But not so. It is taking a little bit time. Still not created. It's still running. Okay, it's still running here. Let's wait for 2 to 3 minutes. So, Ishan, what about the evening for your morning times? What you are doing, Ishan?
For the AM class, the 7 AM class.
USCAM.
Oh, the USAM.
Hmm.
Is there also a India PM class? The
Yeah,
USAM.
yeah, India PM cost.
Okay. So this is the India AM class, right?
Correct. No, no. What you are doing? What you are doing at 11:30 a.m.
11:30 AM.
Your timings.
My timings, I'm usually if I have to drop my aunt or my yeah,
Okay.
it depends day by day, but
Uh,
I'm awake. I'm awake if that's what you're wondering.
Yeah, because there is one more class which is 11:30 a.m. in the evening.
Oh,
Okay.
for me?
Yeah, it's common. It's common. So who can join and I can cover some new points and new topics and all. Okay. So if you can join that meeting 11:30 a.m. Okay, we can cover two classes a day.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Try
Okay, yeah.
that. Na?
Now I know, yeah. Fine.
Yeah.
If I'm free, then I'll join. But
Yeah. Yeah. Please.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know. I thought there was only a morning and evening class.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know there was afternoon class too.
Yeah. So I thought that you might be if you joined if you because your exams also is completed, right? When you have the time, if you join, then you might be time to do the practice when they can.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but how is the practice going on, Nishan?
I need to do more practice.
Hmm?
I haven't practiced enough. I need to do more.